You had fun on your little boat ride?
Come on. I didn't think you would care, especially after last night.
I don't care. Tony, you can go wherever you want with whoever you want. But we're supposed to be married, right? What are people gonna think?
Why are you so upset? You're worried about what people are gonna think and say? Okay, it didn't seem like you cared one way or the other. I do. A lot. I don't know what I have to do or say in order to convince you how much I love you. I got it. Go have dinner. I'm not hungry. What's for dinner?
Hey, I thought you were sleeping.
I was, but I got a little hungry. Where is everybody?
Oh, Tony went to get Rachel. Why is she so hot-headed, Daddy?
Because she thinks Tony's trying to seduce her.
She's so old-fashioned. I mean, her values are practically prehistoric. Why can't she just wake up and live in the present?
That's the way you think, Marnie. I happen to think they're the right values, too.
Well, if they're so decent, why did she go along with Max's plan in the first place?
Marty, she did it for us. So we all wouldn't go to jail, you know that.
Yeah, she did it to save her own skin, too.
So what? Maybe that is part of it. She's a little confused right now.
No, she's just too proud. Tony wants to seduce her. So what? Everybody thinks they're married anyway. Why can't she just have a little fun before they get divorced?
Marty, she's your sister. You should respect the way she feels. Now, I think I'll have a little something. You want a drink?
No, thanks.
Wow. Whoa, this is the good stuff.
Yeah, this place is full of good stuff, Dad. That's why we should stay here.
Ask her to help me. He said he'd talk to Tony, but the problem is that Tony's been out all day with Mara.
Really? Oh, that's very interesting.
Rachel told me.
How'd she know he was with Mara?
Because Tony told her he was out with her. I mean, he just told her. No shame at all, for heaven's sakes. That doesn't sound like Tony. I'm really worried about him. I mean, something's wrong. Don't you think?
Maybe he's trying to make Rachel jealous. You know, get back at her for going out with Max.
No. Something's definitely wrong with Tony. He's not the same as he was. He's been saying almost awful things about Max. The only reason Max helped Rachel is that she begged him to. I mean, she teased him, flirted with him.
Maybe she likes having men trip over each other. I told her she was sleazy.
What did Oscar say?
He said he'd try to help me. Try to find out what he could. He doesn't think that Tony's behavior is because of the accident, but I really do. I mean, it's not just his memory loss. It's something else that's happened.
He lost his memory?
Why weren't we told about this?
Tony didn't want anyone to know.
Well, what sort of things can't he remember?
Come on, Victoria. This is no time to hold back. He's my brother. I have a right to know.
promise me you won't tell him?
Of course not.
When he came back from Mikwala, he couldn't remember the accident. And he can't remember anything about her.
Her? Who? Rachel?
Yes, Rachel. As a matter of fact, he thought for a while that Rachel was an imposter just after his money.
Is she?
Unfortunately not. That's why he went to San Francisco to find out.
What did he find out?
That he was wrong. Rachel is really his wife. I'm really worried about Tony. I think he has a mental problem. I mean, first it was this business about Rachel, and now he thinks somebody's tried to kill him.
Kill him? When?
He thinks that the accident wasn't an accident. He's been accusing Max of all sorts of things. I mean, it's just really unbelievable. He even put a gun to Max's head.
You think he's going crazy?
I don't know. I don't know what other excuse could there be.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Of what?
Max.
Hey. I'm not gonna let him touch you. Not now, not ever. There's no one that's gonna come between you and I.
Oh, where the heck are they?
Where's who?
Tony and Rachel? Probably off having one of their stupid arguments.
Arguments. That's better than nothing. Excuse me, would you like me to hold dinner a wee bit longer?
James, would you go ask Tony and Rachel if they're going to come to dinner or not?
Yes, ma'am. I'll be right back. Excuse me.
Thanks.
Relax. We're supposed to do this. We are married. Here.
I just have to get used to it.
I know. Who is it?
It's me, sir, James. Excuse me, sir. Your father-in-law and Manny are waiting for you and Rachel to have dinner.
Have me start without us.
Very good, sir. Will you be having dinner later, sir?
Yeah. Bring some dinner to my room in a little while.
Very good, sir.
Thanks.
So pretty.
Not as pretty as you are.
Thank you.
I asked James to bring dinner to my room. Is that okay?
Tony,
Yes, honey.
do you really love me?
Absolutely. You love me.
I think I just showed you I did.
I guess you did. Here.
sorry I scared you.
Who are you?
Nobody. Martin, I saved the Senor Boss from the helicopter crash. Do you live here? Are you afraid of that man?
Look, I don't know who you are. But please don't tell anybody you saw me here.
Sure. James, what happened?
I don't know anything, sir. I dropped a tray.
Look, it's alright. Have you seen Rachel?
No, sir.
Rachel! James, what happened? What's wrong?
I don't know anything, sir.
Look,
I'll get your dinner, sir.
It's alright.
Excuse me.
Hey, where were you?
Outside, I just had to get some fresh air.
Hey, you crying? Don't tell me you're upset we made love.
No. Tony, I don't want to.
I want to what? I don't want to fool around. I don't want to play any games. From the first time that I've met you, my feelings have definitely changed. I do love you. What is it gonna take to break through with you? I know that making love doesn't mean that you're in love, but it is a great start. I have definitely never felt like this toward any other woman. Hey, I'm serious. I'm not here to fool around. But I need to be sure. I need to be sure that you feel the same way.
Can I go back to my room?
Sure, as you wish.
Good night.
Tony.
He's in his bedroom. What is all this?
He was in here a little while ago, obviously.
Yes, he was. So what?
I didn't know what you were doing in here.
None of your business.
None of my business. You think I'm stupid?
Look, he's my husband. I can do anything I want.
Listen to me, you little
Let
bitch.
go of me. You know you ruined my entire life.
Ma'am, Tony and Max are fighting.
What?
Tony and Max are fighting.
Where?
In the bedroom.
Oh, God, please.
Julio! Julio!
Stop it! Stop it! Both of you, stop it! Are you trying to kill each other?
Max, I'm warning you. You get out of here now, or I'm throwing you in jail.
Whatever you say, but I'm taking her with me.
Are you crazy?
Right. If I go to jail, so does Rachel.
What in the world are you talking about jail for? What's going on here? Tony, I'm leaving.
Not with him.
No.
Not with him, you're not. You're staying here.
How are you gonna stop her? You gonna give her a beating?
Max, I'm warning you. Get out of here now, or you're going to jail.
How can you talk that way? She's his wife.
Go ahead, Max, tell her. Tell her what? Tell her the truth!
You mean the truth about Rachel being part of it from the beginning? Okay.
That is not true.
That's what you say. You say you don't know anything about this. I say you've known about it from the very beginning. She knows all about it. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say it was her idea.
You're such a liar. Nobody is going to believe you.
That's what you think. How sure are you of that, huh? Huh? Willing to bet your life on it?
No, stop.
I really don't care who I take down. She says she doesn't know me. She says she doesn't know anything about the plan. I say she was in on it from the very beginning.
You are such a liar! All right, now that's enough. Somebody tell me what's going on. What plan? I want to know, and I want an answer right now. Tony? Oh, Tony, I'm begging you. Please tell me what's going on.
Why don't you ask your son?
Don't listen to me. I had nothing to do with this. You have to believe me. I swear it. Look, and I know Max should go to jail. And if he tries to put me in jail, I don't care. I just don't want you to think that I lied to you. What are you going to do?
I do not know.
I think you should get out of here for a couple of days. Things have gone too far between you and Tony.
He's a bastard, Mom.
Why does he keep saying that you should be in jail?
He thinks I had something to do with the helicopter crashing.
That was mechanical failure. The police said so.
See? It's insane.
How is Rachel involved in this?
Tony claims that she's been in on it from the beginning. And that's why she wants to leave, Mom. I mean, she sees that he's lost his mind. She's afraid. That's why I'm helping her out.
Is that the only reason?
Yes. Yes, that's the only reason. I understand her. She's defenseless and she's alone against him. Is there something wrong with wanting to help her? Ow!
Yes, she's Tony's wife.
So what? Does that mean that we have to watch him, torture her, and then make her miserable?
For heaven's sakes, no. I don't know. You have me so confused right now. I don't know what to think.
It's very clear, Mom. Tony hates me. He'd like to see me dead, so don't be surprised if he tries something.
That's the reason I think you should get out of here.
No,
No, I mean right now.
just let me rest a few hours and then I'll go.
Max.
We'll talk about it in the morning, okay?
You really think Tony's crazy?
I really can't say, but I think we should keep the whole thing quiet.
Quiet?
Yes, not a word to anyone.
Of course not.
No, I mean not to Maura or to Carla. I know you love to gossip, but we've got to keep this one quiet. Especially the part about Rachel being an imposter.
You know, I've been thinking. If she were an imposter, it would explain a lot of things.
Such as?
Such as the hush-hush wedding, Tony marrying beneath him. Victoria said Tony took a trip to San Francisco to check things out. If she were an imposter, he would have thrown her out a while back. God, can you imagine having an imposter here with her family?
Hey, that's exactly the reason we've got to keep this whole thing to ourselves.
You believe Tony pulled a gun on Max?
Well, Tony and Max have always hated each other.
But a gun?
Let's not speculate, okay? I mean, this is your brother we're talking about. For God's sakes, your whole family's involved in this. The best thing we can do is just keep our mouths shut, okay? I mean, things can get a lot worse than they are right now.
Oh, did you ask Victoria for the money?
No, I really didn't have an opportunity. I'll see you later and I'll ask you then.
Good morning. May I speak with Mara? Camille. Thank you. Hey, what's up? Wow, you look like you had a rough night. You hurt? No, or what? That Max and Tony were about to kiss. late today last night. Wow. What about? What happened?
What am I gonna do? I love Tony. I fell in love with him, and now I feel like a fool.
You don't have to feel like a fool. It's about time anyway. So that's what they fought over? You tell Max?
Well, Max found out that Tony and I...
You guys are in love with each other.
No, there's a little more to it than that.
Well, tell me what.
I think you know what I mean.
It was really good, wasn't it?
You want some more?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure.
Is Senor Tony the big boss?
Yes, that's right.
And who is the pretty lady?
Which one?
The one with the long hair and the pretty eyes.
That must be Rachel, his wife.
Rachel, that must be Rachel. Mrs. Rachel.
Okay, Mrs. Rachel.
She's really good looking, huh?
Yeah.
And who is the angry looking guy?
That must be Mr. Max. He's always angry about something.
I saw him last night. He was really, really mad, yeah?
I told you, he's usually angry.
Who is he? Where's Miss Manny's breakfast?
What does she want?
The usual eggs and toast. That should always be here. Did you have breakfast? Just finishing. Hey, what is the big boss? Getting dressed. Ah? Hey, come on. Who is Señorita Miss Marley? Business. Oh, come on, hurry up with that breakfast. Where's the cook?
She stepped out for a moment.
Stepped out? Who is? What does he think he is, the big shot?
You could say that.
Come on, genio tiene, ¿eh?
Victoria, where's Max?
He's out.
And Rachel?
He's at breakfast. Tony, we have to talk. We have to come to some kind of solution.
Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it.
I need to know how you're going to take care of it.
Did you talk to Max last night? Yes. And what did he say?
I'm really worried about you. I'm worried that the concussion is worse than we think it is.
Well, that's it, huh?
Well, what else could it be? For heaven's sake, you attacked him, you helped threaten him with a gun. You've been saying most awful things about him. I really think if you're suffering from persecution complex, and Max is the target of it. Oh, I wish your mother were here.
I know. I wish you were here, too. Got a lot of tough decisions I have to make. Anyway, what else did Max say?
Well, what?
God, he didn't tell you, did he?
He told me that you hate him. You think he's plotting against you.
And that's what you believe?
Oh, I don't know what to believe. I love you both. But I can't stand the way you treat each other.
I've got to go. I'll see you later.
I don't think Max has the guts to turn you in.
Why not? He's done everything else.
You think Tony might turn him into the police before?
I don't know. He said he didn't want to talk about it. I'm just afraid. I don't want Tony to think that I was in on that whole thing with Max. You know, I don't even care if I go to jail anymore, Lonnie. I don't want Tony to think that I was competent.
I don't think he could think that anymore, Rach.
I'm sorry it's so late, man. The cook was out of the kitchen and I had to wait.
That's okay. No sweat, James.
What are you having, ma'am?
Oh, I'm waiting for Tony.
Oh, he left early this morning. He had breakfast in bed.
Oh.
Would you care for something?
No.
Well, should you change your mind, I'll be in the kitchen. If you'll excuse me.
All right, I'll give you the money. But it's the last time. I mean it. You and Camille are just going to have to be a little more careful because things are not the same as they used to be. Well, he hasn't been the same since the accident. I mean it. He may not be as understanding as he was in the past.
Victoria, gambling is a social event. Besides that, Cammy and I don't bet that much. A few thousand.
A few thousand? That isn't right. Gambling's a vice. Here. This is the last time I'll cover your debt. I mean it.
Why do you suppose Tony doubts Rachel's his wife?
I suppose because he can't remember anything about her.
You can't remember anything? Can't remember her father, her sister? You remember us right away.
Like, I'm really worried about Tony. He and Max had an awful fight last night. I think they would have killed each other if James not come and got me.
Oh, that's terrible. Where did they fight?
In Rachel's room.
What was Max doing in Rachel's room?
Victoria's very worried about you, Tony.
I know she is.
She told me how the fight you had with Max.
She needs to know the truth.
Which is?
That Max tried to kill me, of course.
That's a very serious accusation, Tony.
Are you sure? Absolutely.
And what about Rachel?
What about Rachel? She's innocent.
My God, Tony. You're in love with her, aren't you?
I guess.
Guess. It's written all over your face.
Right. I do love her.
So soon.
What do you mean so soon?
A month ago, she was in love with Max. That's why she married him. Unless, of course, she married him for something else.
Whose side are you on anyway, Oscar?
All I want is to avoid a tragedy, Tony, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I still know what to do, Oscar. Look, I cannot let Max stay in the house. Look, he tried to kill me.
Do you have any proof at all?
I'll bridge his word. Her family's word. I can get as many witnesses from San Francisco as I need.
It's a shame that Victoria would suffer. Have you thought about her?
I thought about Victoria. Of course I thought about Victoria. I thought about the shame. I thought about our family name. I thought about everything, Oscar.
Including Rachel.
Yes, including Rachel. Especially Rachel. Look, I can't bring her into this. Max is going to say that she was part of it from the very beginning. I can't do that. You look at me like I'm crazy. Like you don't believe a word that I say.
No, Tony, I don't think you're crazy at all. As a member of the Friends of the Family, I'm just trying to make sure you don't do anything to regret later on.
Regret. What do you suggest I do?
Look, Tony, if you're thoroughly convinced you didn't marry Rachel, I'd kick her out. But as far as Max is concerned, I will gather all the information together you can, prove his guilt, before you accuse him again.
Can I call you back later? What's your problem?
Nothing.
Oh, come on, Clark, what's that?
Victoria gave me the money to pay back Frank.
Great.
Problem is, she's not going to give me any more.
Oh, we should stop partying and gambling, especially the gambling.
Who the hell have you been talking to? Tony? No. Victoria.
No, I've just been thinking maybe we should change some of our habits, that's all.
Great. That's just great.
Don't walk away from me when I'm talking to you.
So sorry, I'm busy.
Oh, really? Doing what?
That's none of your business.
Where are you going?
Like I said, that's none of your business.
Clark, you just got the money from Victoria to pay Frank off. If you go out with him again, you're going to get into debt all over again.
I just want to have fun. Is there anything wrong with that?
Yes, there is when you're spending someone else's money.
You're my wife. Whatever you have is also mine.
Oh, really? What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm not spending someone else's money. I'm spending my money.
You and Frank have plans to meet some of your lovely women?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. Why don't you just tell me?
Look, what difference would it make? I thought we had an open relationship.
We do, I just want to know.
Why? So you can keep score?
No.
Then why do you want to know?
I just want to know, that's all.
But Camille, leave me alone. I'm already in a bad enough mood. I don't need you making it worse.
Fine. Gloria? Can one of the drivers take me to Tony's office?
Certainly. Did he ask you to come over?
No, but I want to talk to him before he makes any more decisions. I don't want to cause any more trouble.
I think that's a very good idea.
Hi, I need a driver to take me somewhere. Is there anyone available?
I'm sorry, but I have orders from Mr. Stockdale not to let you go.
What? You can't keep me here. I'm his wife.
I understand that, ma'am, but I'm following orders.
When did he give you these orders?
This morning. I'm sorry, Mr. Hauser, but Mr. Stockdale told me not to let you in. Where are you going? I'll give you a ride. She's not allowed to leave the premises. Excuse me? She can't leave. You want to live like this? I'll deal with you later.
God, the boss's brother?
Yes. And who the hell are you?
I saved the boss's life.
Great. Now get the hell out of here.
You must have bad digestion.
I thought you were going out.
Not anymore.
James, do you know why Max and Tony were fighting?
I don't really know, ma'am. All I can say is I was taking Tony's dinner when I saw Max banging at his door.
At Rachel's door?
No, ma'am, Tony's door. He was trying to get in.
Was Rachel with Tony?
I don't think so, ma'am, because a few moments later, Tony came out and asked me had I seen her, and he went to her room, and she wasn't there, ma'am.
But why didn't Tony open the door?
I think he must have been in the shower, ma'am. But Max wasn't really knocking at the door, ma'am.
What was he doing?
He was definitely trying to break in. But when he saw me approaching, he left.
Where was Rachel?
I don't know, ma'am. A few moments later, all I know that they were fighting. But that's not all, ma'am. There is something else.
What?
I don't quite know how to tell you.
Just say it, James.
A couple of days ago, I saw Max dragging Rachel in his bedroom.
Oh,
She didn't want to go, ma'am, but he was very forceful.
for heaven's sakes, James, please don't tell anybody about this.
Of course not, ma'am.
Good morning, Victoria.
Oh, just in time. That'll be all, James.
Excuse me.
Did you talk to Tony?
Yes, I did.
And what did he say?
Don't worry. I'm sure Tony's very capable of sorting out this whole mess.
I need to know how he's going to do it. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do anymore.
About what?
I think Tony and Max are in love with the same woman. I think that's the reason they were fighting.